You don't even know for sure that's where he went.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Because it's carved in stone.
What does that mean?
That clubhouse I was telling you about. We built that clubhouse. It was eventually destroyed by a storm. But before we did that, we carved our names in this big rock for posterity. It's still there.
Reese. In all these years, you've been worrying that maybe Jody and Cruz found themselves there alone one night. Maybe they slept together. And look at you, you're still tortured. You're still tortured tonight, thinking that maybe they're picking up where they left off all those years ago. When are you going to get it? When is it going to start being clear to you what is so perfectly clear to everybody else, that Jody loves you? If you don't watch your step, you're going to really destroy the most precious thing you have in your life.
I know, I've told myself that 1,000 times.
Well, when are you going to start listening?
Is it really all in my head, Kel? I've seen the way you look at those two and wonder.
Not so. Look, I will go with you, okay? I'll go, to prove to you that they're not going to be doing something on the beach, all right? Maybe we can put this madness to rest once and for all.
Let's hit it, come on.
Fine.
We made love once. Right here in this place.
I know. Once is all it takes. Is there some question about this? Maybe you're not sure?
Who BJ's father is? No, I am sure. And did the suspicion ever cross your mind if Reese hadn't brought it up?
No, it didn't. Which is maybe a little odd when you think about it. But I didn't allow myself to have such thoughts ever since I accepted the idea that you and I were not going to end up together. Like I'd always thought we would from the time I was 6.
I always thought we would too.
So did Reese. Once you finally figured out that he was the one you loved, that guy walked around with a look of utter shock on his face for 2 months.
I always thought it was happiness.
Maybe it was a little of that, too. It wasn't easy for me to feel happy for the two of you, I'll tell you. I just loved you both so damn much. I didn't really have any choice. Plus, we were opening the new chapter of our lives, gonna graduate and get into the real world. Things did get kind of complicated all of a sudden. You and Reese weren't getting along for some reason, and then that one night, you and I just... Well, it was Timmy Hughes, wasn't it? That was the night we found out about him. And it was sort of like the whole world came apart.
I don't know how we could have ever thought it was ever really together. With Tim and all of our other friends that were over there in Vietnam.
Yeah, it was an unreal time.
In fact, his death was terrible enough. The way he died. Friendly fire on the very day that he was shipping out to come home. It was unbearable. Still is.
Somehow it wasn't enough to cry about him that night. We just needed to comfort each other, I guess.
Maybe what we did wasn't right. All I know is that I needed someone that night, someone that I could cling to, someone I loved, that I could feel close as humanly possible.
We both did.
But then a few days later, you left town. And I never knew why. Until you told me not long ago that the reason why you left was because you thought it would make it easier for Reese and me to get together.
Yeah, I knew that's what you wanted.
Yes.
The plan, if you recall, was that you were not going to get married till after you'd finished the academy. So meanwhile, I come back couple months later, and the two of you are not only man and wife, but you're on the way to Florida. I mean, that put me on the floor. I had always just assumed that you would be around forever. And later that same year, BJ was born. You know, if I were a cynical guy, I'd think that maybe since you decided to keep the truth from Reese about our making love, maybe it's possible you decided to keep the truth from Reese about who BJ's real daddy is.